Welcome all. Welcome to Anonnie's temple. Welcome to the temple of the High Priestess for the prophecy reading. You can call me Anonnie. They're showing me an Egyptian deity that has a red disc above their head. This deity would like to work with you, or this deity is calling to you. I found it quite interesting how yesterday I had a very pointed message and then it had to be cut short. So I just want to remind folks to make sure that they are cleansing their energy, to make sure that they are calling upon their divine support system, physical and non-physical. Blessed be unto me, most high divine creator, Ashe. Thank you, thank you, thank you, for it is so. So today I decided to come on here to do a message for a reason that I have stated before, but it seems like it keeps coming up. I felt like I needed to come on here because as I was scrolling through my feed, I was getting really, really bored. Okay. How many of you are actually getting bored when you are scrolling through your YouTube feed and seeing all of these tarot readings? Raise your hand. Okay. Raise your hand and count and let me know how many messages do you see, tarot readings do you see on your feed that says this person is obsessed with you. They are absolutely obsessed with you. This ex can't stop thinking about you. They're obsessed. These haters are obsessed with you. It's just like, is there no creativity how we're actually creating titles for these tarot readings? I even feel like this is how you can tell that those aren't really divine messages. Like when I come on here, it's because there's a prompt, there's a feeling, like there's a prompt from my spirit guides and from the Most High Divine Creator to deliver a message to you all. But here's the thing. I feel like because the algorithm is so voracious that in order for you to even be seen and in order for you to even have these YouTube readings be profitable for you, you need to make clickbait so that people will tap onto your messages. And I was just like, I scroll through my feed and I'm telling you, this shit is so boring. It's like, who cares about what the ex is thinking? We do not want them back. Who cares about the people who are obsessed with us? We do not need to know about that. How many of us have been waiting around for the inheritance to come in from all of those terrible family members who betrayed us all those years ago? You know what I mean? I just feel like I just felt so bored looking through my feed. So whenever I get this type of like frustration or boredom from the tarot readings that I see, I will do a tarot reading myself. Okay? So that's what I'm doing today. It's just like you can throw a rock and hit, 10 tarot readings that have the same title. Like what are the other titles that you all see? And I should have kept the chat open for this one, but it's the title that's like, this person can't stop thinking about you, but this is why they haven't reached out. It's like, girl, what? Bruh, what are you reading? What else do they have? Like, you're going to go into witness protection program. Like, what? How many people has that actually happened to for all of the thousands of people who are watching those videos? So I guess really what I just heard from my guides is the discernment between tarot readings that are actual prophecies, forecasting, actual divination versus tarot readings that are really for your entertainment. Because the tarot readings that are like 10, 20,000 people watching them, that energy does not apply to all of those people. Okay, those are videos that are for entertainment purposes. Okay, and I say this because the first card that I pulled out is the High Priestess, so I just felt like I had to speak on it. It's just a shame. I'm hearing the guides say, the Emperor, Ace of Cups. Yes, I'm hearing the guides say like it's kind of like a shame how it gets people in this loop or in this loophole that they're saying to me, where like people will watch they will continue to tickle the energy. They're telling me it's like they're continuing to engage in the energy to tickle it or something like that. I know that's a weird way of saying it, but that's what my guides are bringing up to me. Seven of Pentacles, it's as though it makes people dig their heels even deeper into a particular reality. just for entertainment purposes. Like, I'm not interested in people who are obsessed with me. That means nothing to me. Five of Wands, the moon. Exactly. It's a hidden mechanism to create conflict and chaos. And the algorithm is controlling it. You know what I think is really sad too? There's this tarot reader who I watch, and I think that he is so gifted. Like, I can tell that he really has a divination gift. And I can always tell, I'm going to say this too, you can always tell, or I can always tell, that people are truly divinating or they're truly channeling because their speech patterns change, because their word or their vocabulary changes, because their demeanor changes in some way. And that demeanor doesn't only change into anger. And so there's this tarot reader who I watch, and I think he's one of the only male tarot readers that, I think is really channeling and really connected to their ancestors and to nature and to animals. And I was really disappointed to see how he's on this brigade. I don't know if this is the right word, but he's like on this like witch hunt or brigade to take down all of the fake tarot readers that he sees on YouTube. And he literally created a separate channel to expose these tarot readers. And I want you to know that that is a trap. That is a trap of the algorithm. That's a trap of this artificially intelligent platform, right? How could you spend hours trying to expose other people? It's a waste of the vitality of that life force, of that channeling energy. But you know what? That's just Five of Wands again. It's just like Five of Wands and Lovers. It's just chaos. And it's not leading any of us closer to love. And so keep this in mind when you are watching tarot readings, because I know that, we read about the energies that are surrounding us. It's very easy for the hater energy to kind of come through when tarot readers want to read it. But also keep in mind that the readings are a reflection of the state of mind and the place that the tarot reader is in themselves. So if you don't want to be like that tarot reader, don't watch their readings, because your energy is intermingling with them. If you're watching a tarot reader, let me tell you this. I'm going to be controversial here. If you're watching a tarot reader and their home looks like they're in poverty, like, I know that this isn't the nicest way to say it, but if you're watching a tarot reader and you look around them and it's like, it looks barren, it doesn't even look like doesn't look like their home is clean, the space is cluttered, if it looks like they ain't got no furniture, the Hermit and the Tower and the Lovers. Let me try to not read people and their socioeconomic status or their finances right now. Okay. But just keep in mind that the environment you even see the tarot reader in reflects their own energy. Okay. I could not take it this sunrise. I was scrolling through my feed and I'm like, I can't click on a single video. None of these resonate. Queen of Pentacles, Four of Swords. And I think what's so wild too is you can go through certain channels and see how the tarot readers are telling the same story over and over again. And for me as a tarot reader, and this is why I frame these as prophecy readings, I want them to be guideposts for you along the way so that you can, get some inkling about which directions to take, to go this way or to go that way. And so I see myself as a tarot reader who's also a steward. Interestingly enough, I'm realizing that in the beginning of my readings, they used to be a lot longer. And I would say, you have found me at the top of the mountain, and I am delivering a prophecy reading to show you the way down the other side and through onto your next timeline, onto your next level. And so that is me at the top of the mountain being a steward as the high priestess, instead of just constantly reminding you of who's talking behind your back, what they're saying, who's out to get you, how they're going to how they're trying to plan and plot on you this time, you know? When is it going to end? When will you choose for it to be done? Page of Coins, Queen of Discs. Yeah, the Hierophant and Queen of Discs. I know, Most High. You would be surprised. Well, let me say this. Would you be surprised if I told you that those videos that keep you in those loops are actually siphoning your prosperity? They're siphoning your attention. They're taking away the time that you could use to support yourself, to create money, to create or to find love, to find a sense of self-love within your own self. Remember to not, okay? Remember to not outsource your spirituality. Do not outsource your intuition. Yeah, Hierophant, King of Pentacles, because some people make a business off of it. Like listen, there's something here. I don't know why some type of energy like this keeps coming up. There's something about being provocative. Hold on, but it's not just being provocative, because there's like a sexuality to it, or a sensuality to it. There's something about how do you want me to say this, Divine? Three of Cups on the fence. Parasocial relationships. Show me this. Yeah, and the 10 of Cups reversed. Interesting. So here's the thing. They're telling me that a lot of people who go through YouTube and who are on or really involved in the tarot community here on YouTube, it's because they are looking for a sense of belonging and a sense of family. And what they're truly looking for is harmony in their life. And so instead of they are saying, instead of actually providing that for people, or providing people with hope, or giving them guidance on how to find those friends, guidance on how to find that sense of harmony and family, they consistently bring people into the state of being in the inverse of that desire. And when you are in the inverse of that desire, you're focusing on the karmic energy that is attached to that desire. And that's where the readings will come from. They're also stating some type of how do I say here? They're also bringing up the experience of parasocial relationships. So being connected to the internet or being connected to a tarot reader, yes, it can give you a sense of community virtually, but this should also not replace finding community in your physical environment around you. And I also want to let you know that tarot readers, they're aware of the fact that people require, or that some of the audience is in a parasocial relationship with them. They can tell. And so they want to create a sense of collectiveness, which I think is fine, but also be mindful of the intensity of collectivism that they're trying to create with you. As though they know about you, they know what you've been through. You know what I mean? So be mindful, because the natural fulfillment that human beings are seeking is truly not parasocial. The true fulfillment in having people who you trust, friendships who are genuine, people who are around you, 10 of Cups here, finding family, finding that lover, finding that relationship, finding community, belonging, harmony. All of that requires engagement in life, rather than engagement in the prospect of its fruition, rather than engagement in the hope that a tarot reading can give you that it will happen. It will happen 10 times it will happen 10 times in a swifter fashion if you actually engage. Okay. Is that it, Most High? 7 of Wands here. And the Ace of Swords. And I feel here like tower readings, they can be validating for things that are happening in your own life. So I don't want to take that away from people. Okay. But I feel here it's just the Ace of Swords and Seven of Wands is giving me discernment. It's like there's a lot of schlop that's out there, and they call it tarot readings. Ace of Swords, Seven of Wands. The thing that will serve you the best is your own mind, is your own thoughts. But they're telling me it is self-trust. Okay? Is this it, Most High? Yeah, Lovers here. Five of Wands. The Emperor. Wow. What do you want to show me about this Three of Cups with the Ten of Cups here? And the Five of Wands? Ace, oh, sorry, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Thank you. King of Wands and the Six of Wands. Wow. So I want to provide some validation here. So there's another message that's coming through as I continue to pull. I want to provide some validation here that you may not fit in everywhere, and that's okay. I feel like there's a particular type of likability, like a pressure to be likable in society that's may Five of Discs, Knight of Discs. Maybe it's something that you've been dealing with since you were, I don't know if it's like a child, but since you were young. Knight of Discs and the Five of Cups reversed is like the anxiety, the pain of loss. And this is talking about interpersonal relationships where conflict kind of pops up with the Wheel of Fortune here, even though you may not mean for it to. Five of Wands, Ten of Cups, the Three of Cups. It's interesting. I met up with a friend recently, and we were talking about this divide and conquer, Five of Wands here, divide and conquer energy that they notice when like groups of people end up getting to a certain number. And of how if there's somebody who's rocking the boat, which you have in some way, you've rocked the boat with some type of friendship group or some type of community who previously thought that they were harmonious, but they're not. But when people like you, people like myself and my friends, when the boat gets rocked, it is very easy to see how you become a target, to then be kicked out of that group or to then be pushed out of what they think is the harmonious environment that they're all in. It's like the movie They Live, where they speak into the little watch and they say, oh, we have somebody who can see. We have somebody who is insubordinate. Nonetheless, I want to tell you here, especially with the Lovers in the middle, that I think you're about to, or you are, this person's aware of you as well with the Ace of Swords, he's saying. I feel here like you're about to come into connection with people who understand you. And you know what's nice? They're showing me here is like finding a place where you feel like you fit in with the Lovers energy here, where the way that you show love and you receive love is similar to other people. Like there doesn't have to be so much conflict or disagreement or arguing or like fighting and thinking that's just how relationships go. I feel what's really nice here is like exasperated. Like maybe you've been feeling exasperated trying to find out where you fit in. But with the Lovers here, it's giving me this energy of being able to exhale and say like, yeah, this is my group. Like these are my people. This is who I like to spend time with. And I think that for some of you, it begins with this Emperor. There's something here as well they want me to tell you about The stability or the emotional stability that having your person can bring into your life. So maybe here it's like you've been trying to put yourself out there, you've been trying to make friends, you've been trying to go to events and to meet people, but it just seems like there's always friction or it doesn't exactly line up. The Emperor here is telling me, like, you may meet this person, not may, but you're meeting this person, right? And I feel here it's going to get rid of all of these worries about being socially acceptable, because now you have your home base. Like now you have your person with the Emperor here, Ace of Swords, Six of Wands, King of Wands, Seven of Wands. It's like now you know you have someone who's got your back. So I think it kind of releases this energy of like wanting to be acceptable or accepted by other people, because now you have someone who you trust, who you know is looking out for you. And with this Emperor showing up as a King of Wands energy, he will actively make sure that you are feeling okay. Seven of Wands, he will actively make sure with the Seven of Wands energy that nobody is messing with you, so to speak, or that, like, give me a second here. I feel like this is somebody who you can talk to about something and they'll be like, nah, that person's not for you. Person's not for you. That group of people, they're not for you. It's okay. And it's not going to come from a place of being possessive or a place of being narcissistic. With the 10 of Cups in the reverse here, it's like a group of people who get along. I'm hearing they go along just to get along. Okay? Five of Cups and Temperance. This is being healed for you. Okay? You cannot be liked by everyone, and that's okay. So I'm going to try Joie de Vivre. I want to learn a bit more about the past energy here, about what you were struggling with or what you were trying to move through or to process with, like, this energy of socializing. Can you clarify Three of Cups on the fence, please? Yeah, we have the Three of Wands and the King of Coins. So they're not exactly clarifying this. They're kind of just saying, like, it's almost like this energy changes overnight just because you have like your solid partner. King of Coins to the Three of Wands is expecting for someone solid, trustworthy, financially stable to come in. You know what energy this gives? This gives the energy of when you hit a certain age and like people get married. And because they are building their own type of unit of trust, they don't spend as much time with friends. That's what this is giving. Like you've been spending time with people who are dependent on friendships, but now you're going to be spending time with someone who you can do life together. I'm almost hearing something about like friendships can come and go, but this King of Coins, this King of Wands Emperor is there to stay with you through the different stages of life. And I think that that solid foundation helps you to feel a greater sense of love, or that the universe is responding to you with love. I feel like these friends or whatever this was, this environment that you were in, they were very competitive. Five of Wands and Seven of Wands, where like you felt like you always had to prove yourself, you always had to be better than other people, like that type of thing. Or it's like you would reach a certain level and then these people would try to bring you down. That's what I feel like you were dealing with here. Show me a bit more Joie de Vivre. They said shuffle. Show me a bit more Joie de Vivre. Three of Wands, King of Coins. Six of Swords. Knight of Swords, the Hermit. Page of Wands. I'm going to go completely this way, okay? Oh, maybe not. Eight of Coins on the Three of Wands. Page of Swords on the Emperor. Page of Wands, Queen of Swords. Thank you. And then we have the Hangman, Six of Coins, and Eight of Wands. And the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I feel here like you're going to be able to take your focus off of like, I do want to say social acceptance, but I know I've said that already. I see you here being able to shift to be focused on one area. Like I see you coming together with this Emperor and this King of Coins, this King of Wands he's showing up as, and being able to work on something together that takes up your time and your attention, and the both of you approve of that. This Emperor, he's saying that he lives alone. There's just something here about like, I want this to be supportive and affirmative for you that like friendships aren't everything. Like, I don't know, contrary to popular belief, friendships aren't like everything. Like friends are people who like, you can go out with, you can like go do this, you can go do that. But there's something here about like, there's a difference between having friends versus having like long-term partners. And I think that's something that people are learning to work with, or that they're learning more about as they age or as they get older. Like friendships are wonderful, but they're kind of time sensitive, or they're encapsulated in a certain amount of time. Like you see that friend and then you go do something else. And as you age and as you get older with the Hermit energy here, as you become independent and self-reliant, there's kind of like a less of a need for consistent friendship, other than just like people you can spend time with when you want to spend time with them. And I kind of see like, I see there being a shift where there's someone who's more permanent in your life, instead of being dependent on, let me go out with this friend and let's go out with that friend and let's go do this and let's go do that. Like, and it being like completely different people, sporadic. I see here there's someone coming in who's like, I'm working on this. I want you to be a part of it. And then the two of you are thick as thieves. Like the two of you are sticking together like glue. And that gives you a greater sense of stability moving through this world. Okay? That's what I'm getting. Yeah, the World and King of Cups. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Divine. Okay. All right, let me see if there are any final messages. Any final messages? Yeah, they don't want you to be like in your head about this. Did you like recently have some type of conflict with friends? Or maybe you were feeling some type of way about yourself because of like socializing, going out, something like this? I feel like it's okay if friendships are not necessarily your priority, and they don't want you to feel shame or to bring yourself down about if you feel that way. Eight of Swords reversed. They don't want you in your mind about it at all with the Temperance here. Okay. Final messages for this poll. Thank you, Divine. Yeah, we have the Devil. Five of Cups, Three of Discs. I want to also let you know that if you had some type of like issue with a friendship group or with somebody who you thought was a friend, the Devil is upset because you didn't choose to work with them, because you chose against working with them. Five of Cups with a Three of Cups on the ground, right? Because that is what ends up feeling lost. Like I feel here there's something, yeah, Four of Swords. I feel here there's something about like trading friendships for actual mature collaborations. So you're not just like willy-nilly doing a bunch of stuff because people are your friends, but with the Three of Discs here, you're actually taking that as a sense of loss, trading it for a Two of Cups. That's you and the soulmate union with your Emperor. And then it's going to bring in Three of Pentacles, other people who are on the same level who also want to collaborate with you. And they don't want to collaborate with you just because they want to be friends or because they are your friends. You see what I mean? There's a professionalism here. I feel like with the devil energy, there was some type of blurred line between friendship and professionalism. Okay? That's what the devil was trying to teach you. Hierophant, and you succeeded. You made it through. You learned the lesson. The moon. Yeah, whoever, I want to tell you, like, don't be down on yourself if some type of friendship group didn't work out, or you tried socializing with somebody and it didn't go well, it didn't mesh well. Don't feel bad about that, because there was something that was going on behind the scenes in their intentions. And I want to let you know that, one thing I've realized is sometimes these people, they don't even realize what their intentions really are. That's how deep it is in their subconscious or their unconscious. They don't actually have like the recognition to see, oh, this is actually what's motivating me to do this. So they may not even be aware of how they were in this devil energy themselves. And you can't depend on those karmic energies or the NPC or whatever it is you want to say. You can't really depend on them to come to that realization themselves. You can't sacrifice any of your own happiness wishing or waiting for them to realize that waiting and wishing for them to realize that they lost what was the best thing that happened to them. Those tarot reading titles. Oh, this person finally has recognized that you were the best thing that happened to them. Why do you care? If you are, then accept that you are such and move on. But do not be dependent in any type of way on other people having their own realizations, and then that gives you the closure or the joy or the happiness that you need. Okay? That's a bar. That's what I'm telling you. Yeah, Two of Wands and the Empress. You are thriving continuously. Two of Wands and the Empress. I even feel here like there's something new that's going to come in, and it's going to fit in really well with you. Like, oh, okay, I can look at that in the past and see why it didn't work out with this group, because this is cozy. This feels comfortable. Two of Wands, the Empress. Okay? Three of Swords reversed, and the Sun and Justice. Wonderful. Okay, let's do final messages, joie de vivre, and then I'm going to close this out. I don't know what to call this reading. Thank you. Final messages, joie de vivre. Okay. Thank you. So we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. And the Lovers and the Emperor. Two of Swords, Death, Five of Swords, the Tower, and the Hierophant. It's important for you at this time to let people go if they want to go. That's what I want to tell you. If you are someone who is always texting your friends or following up with them or asking them how they're doing, but if you don't say anything, they don't talk to you, I think that you should just let sleeping dogs lie. Because with the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Cups and Ten of Cups, there are many, many, many different people who are actually ready to enter into your life and to call you family. And you cannot call in chosen family if your mind or if your calendar, so to speak, is preoccupied with people who barely even text you back, or people who have hidden intentions, or people who kind of make your stomach a little sick, or where you need to feel like you have to hide a little bit of yourself. Wash that away, they're saying. Wash it away. Cleanse it away. There are many people here who are ready to be your chosen family. And your emperor is a part of it. Yeah, welcome to the temple of the high priestess. Okay? Oh, thank you, emperor. All right, y'all, I think that's it for this message. Are we ready to close it out, divine? Yeah, Queen of Cups, like this person loves you. Like it's important to be around people who appreciate you. And it's not only appreciating you when they want to like you, it's appreciating who you are at your core as a human being, that you're a kind person, that you're loving and lovable. Okay? Yeah, Ace of Swords. Thank you, Divine. We'll leave it there. Yeah, look, we're going to leave it at Ace of Swords and Three of Cups. So, in this prophecy reading, I have given you some insight into the type of friendships that are truly meant for you and how they should make you feel. I've also given you some insight on parasocial relationships and to really dig deep into figuring out what are you really looking for from all of those tarot readings. What confirmations are you truly seeking in your heart space so that you can bring that into your physical reality? Okay? I'm going to close out the energy of this reading. And I call all my energy back to me, brilliant, purified, and cleansed. Thank you for my ever-growing wealth, prosperity, and beauty. Most High Divine Creator, I love the messages that you give to me, and I love you too. And I feel your love as well. Thank you to the universe and the cosmos for responding to me with love. And always, always, thank you for the highest timeline of joy, prosperity, wealth, belonging, friendship, and enjoyment in life. Glory be to the Most High Divine Creator. Ashe. All right, y'all. So that was the channeling and the message on this day. I hope that you found it helpful for you. I hope that you have a great week ahead of you as well. Because what? Today's only Tuesday. That felt like a weekend channeling. Today is only Tuesday. Okay? All right. So I really, truly want and wish for you to enjoy your day today and to accept yourself, to find that space of self-acceptance. Okay. Love, love, love to you all. I will see you in the next one, and y'all be good. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. See you. Bye.